Back here on Jiggy Jag TV, also jiggyjagtv.com, rosslong.info, and we're out here at the Muse Ballroom here in the great city of Salina, Kansas. I'm going to get the hell out of the way and let the people with talent talk. So jump in there, Bart Crow. How are you, my friend?
What's happening, y'all? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing? Hey,
now, tell me about some of these road stories, some of these big things you've been doing out on the road. You've been going all over the damn place.
Man, this year we've been freezing. Trying to stay out of the damn snow, but the one time we come to Kansas, they all have to have snow as well. We spent the first I guess 18 days of this year in Colorado doing the Steamboat Festival, and then we played Denver and South, and it's been freezing fighting snow, but it's cool. So yeah, man, we came up to Kansas yesterday, and we're here in is it Salina? Salina, okay.
Well, there's a okay.
Salina, Texas. So yeah, man. So here we are. It's our first time at Salina. So
I understand you had a pretty rowdy gig last evening in Manhattan.
Yeah, man. We had a good time. Everybody came out, and all the kids over at K-State show up, and some friends we made that are locals there, and played over at Longhorn Saloon. So it's always a good time to go up there.
Now, explain. I follow you guys on Twitter. By the way, do you do the tweeting? Who does the tweeting?
I do the tweeting.
Okay, what was the tweet you put out last night about two girls and they're not paying attention or something?
My irony tweet?
Yes.
It's called irony. It's like those posters, you know, where the motivational posters a lot of times would be like, so mine was irony because a highly intoxicated, obnoxious, with a very screeching voice girl come out, you know, frailing her arms, and oh my God, it's such an obnoxious cowboy bar, blah, blah, blah. As I was talking to my wife on the phone, and I said, can you hear this? And she's like, yeah, what in the world? And I said, you want to know the irony of the situation is this girl that's over here talking loud, about to bust her butt on the ice, and just blah, blah, blah. And she was whining and fussing because it was an obnoxious cowboy bar, so I considered that to be irony.
Now, explain to me how you guys have embraced the social networking. You guys have a Facebook page, you do Twitter and all these things.
Yeah, man, it's, I think currently it's kind of you embrace it or you get left behind.
Yeah.
Trying to find that happy medium to where you market and you use it and you stay close to the fans and you try to answer questions of the fans. You try to not open yourself up too much, but yet be there. I don't know how to do it. It's kind of a weird, very lighthearted threading the needle to try to make sure you do it enough but not too much, and you know, with the Facebook and MySpace and Twitter, the way all that has just basically changed the world, you'd almost be foolish doing a public service like we do and not utilize it.
Now, I understand you had some back surgery?
Yes. Well, in February of last year, I had my neck cut on. I had 2 ruptured discs in my neck. And in November, I had 3 in my lower back that I had cut on. And I want to say thanks, Kansas, for your ice that I slipped on yesterday and completely hurt myself again. So
I apologize for
I'm just kidding.
For our new governor, Sam Brownback. He should have covered. He should have gotten the all.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have knew the Bart Crow Band was in the building.
Yeah,
they were in the state. You're big superstars. Got to get rid of this ice.
Yeah, I know. If everybody else thought like that, if anybody thought like that, that'd be nice. But no, yeah, I had lower back surgery, but I feel better. I'm just kind of hurting this weekend, but I think it's just the weather and lots of traveling.
Now, you guys, I noticed somebody because I also follow you guys on Facebook as well. There was you guys made an announcement about today, and you guys going to be in Salina, and somebody asked something about why are you guys only playing like 6 or 7 states or something this time? Was there a reason that it was a short tour, or was this person just drunk and they were drunk Facebooking, or what was going on?
I saw that as well. I think that I think people have a misconception of what we do down there in Texas and what the bands are doing. We don't go on tour.
Yeah.
We just kind of live on tour. I mean, we play every weekend. It's not like a promoter sits out and books a bunch of shows and then we go out for a month or two and we go home for a month or two. We go home, if we're lucky, we get to be home Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. and then we leave every Thursday and we go play. So, I believe that tweet was about going to Joe's in Chicago. Well, we've been to Joe's once. We'll go back. It's just not the right time right now. And we don't. That's a funny thing. We don't go on tour. It seems like every other genre of music goes on tours. They do tours, and the thing that we do is you just stay on tour. That's what you do. You make records, you promote them, you play concerts, but you don't play concerts to the records. You just play.
Yeah.
You play the months and months between and years between albums, and you play on birthdays and holidays and sunny days and snowy days. So that's just So leaving Austin and coming up to Kansas and doing 2-3 shows up here.
Yeah.
And then we'll go out and stay gone for a couple weeks and then go home. But again, we're only home for 2 or 3 days and we're back out. Like I said, we were in Colorado first 18 days, I believe, and we got home on Sunday morning. We were there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we left Wednesday to come to Kansas. So it's not like you're just gonna go home and get some R&R. Catch R&R when your eyes are closed, I suppose.
Now tell me about this single that you guys are pushing to all the radio stations.
It's our third single off Heartworn Tragedy, and it's called Stayed Away. My buddy Joey Green and I wrote that song together. He's from Fort Worth. He's got a band. He's a really good dude. Check out Joey Green music. And it's our third single. It's just I always call it. It's like the B-side to all the country songs.
You're dating yourself there with B-sides. And
well, it's
MP3s
like
don't have a B-side.
Right. Yeah, it's like the okay, then it's dating myself again. Then it's the rest of the story. But you always, all the country songs are about, guy meets girl in the bar, but nobody ever tells about what happens after that meeting.
Yeah.
It's not like you exchange numbers and disappear.
Yeah.
So Joey and I wanted to write a song about the reality of what goes down whenever it all works.
Yeah.
And so we just wrote a dirty song about reality. And so it's just a drunken engagement.
Have you been getting a lot of feedback, positive, negative, from these our friends in country radio that I love so much?
I think I've gotten positive. I get to laughing because it'll be, like one area will play it for a while, and then somebody a week or two later will be like, I was really listening to that song, and it's a little risque. It's like, well, if that's the way you want to think about it, but it's absolutely risque, but it's not. That's just life. It's the way it is. So we're doing that, man. It's doing well, and we're very fortunate, very blessed, and very happy that everybody's taking to it and playing and working it really hard, and then trying to get ready for our new record that comes out in a couple months.
Now, how does that compare and contrast the two of them, the current to the one that you're getting ready to put out?
Apples and oranges, I think, because the one we're about to put out is a live record.
Yeah.
It'll be out March 1st, called Brewster Street Live, and then everything else has been studio albums. But it's kind of a collection of not greatest or okay hits. And so we took our favorite songs and what seemed to be our friends and fans' favorite songs, and tried to shove as many of them in a live album as we could. Then we put 3 or 4 brand new songs on it, and I think it's gonna be good. I got to hear it 2 days ago for the first time, finished product, and I go on record to say it's the best product that we've made to date.
Yeah.
Everything about it, it's a live record, man. It catches the essence of what we do and what we live for, which is getting on stage and playing live.
Yeah.
And
because you guys are a great live band.
Thank you.
I've seen stuff on YouTube. I've people that went to shows. You
Thanks,
guys
man. We put a lot of heart into it, but I mean, we do it 200 times a year. So therefore,
at some point, it's gonna get,
Yeah, it's like it's like when I used to play baseball and used to rope. It was just like my dad and I would always say, well, if you don't get better, maybe you should just quit. And so, and as much as we do it, we get better. You think about going and making a studio record. You're in the studio,
Yeah.
a couple, 3 weeks, a month maybe.
Yeah.
And then you're back to doing this that you do, 98% of your life. And so why not catch the magic of what we do and the fun that we have doing it together. So we went and made a very good record, and we had a very good production team, and it sounds amazing.
That's cool.
Adam Oder down in Texas recorded it for us, and then we all got together, and Adam and I produced it. Then the band, we all went in and cut a studio track for it, and it just sounds great. Jim Wilson at Boulder, Colorado did the mastering, and damn, it sounds really good.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, before I let you go, give me a little bit of information on some of the talented musicians you got in the band. You got some great guys. I heard sound check earlier. And like
that was just me. No, I'm just kidding. On lead guitars, a kid named Paul Russell from down in Waxahachie, Texas. Been with me several years, 5 or 6. Bass guitars, Matt Slagle. He's from Austin. He's been here about 3 years. On keyboards, David Fralin from Lubbock. Guess he's been with me 2.5 years or so. And then Jay on the drums. I think March will be a year that he's been with us. Yeah. And yeah, man, they're very good. It's a very, very good band. It's I try not to tell them too much because they never tell it back to me. But but I always find it a big honor and a joy to play music with them because they all kill, man. They're so talented, and it's a lot of fun. And they're just a badass band. They're great.
Oh, that's cool. Well, before I let you go ahead and plug Twitter's, MySpace, everything.
Yeah, Twitter, Bart Crow Band. Facebook, Bart Crow Band. MySpace, Bart Crow Band. And BartCrowBand.com. Go there first. I pay a lot of money for the damn website. So at least cruise by there. We got a brand new website that's being made right now that will launch probably the end of February, 1st of March. So thanks for listening. See you.
Excellent.
Well, we're going to go watch more here on Jiggy Jag TV.